In this video we're going to add some more versions of PHP to our WAMP server. You may want to add the latest version to see if your plugin is compatible. You may want to add a version to make sure your site is compatible, or to see if it's compatible with your own hosting provider. So what we need to do is to go to the PHP downloads for Windows, which is windows.php.net, and here we have the different versions of Windows available. Now you may want to take advantage while you're here of making sure you have all the Microsoft Windows compilers installed. So I'm looking for the 64-bit compilers here. That one installs straight from the link, so that's that one done. These two we need to go down, choose English, choose download, or you may choose another language of course. I want 64-bit, next. And that one's now going to download. And the last one, download 64-bit, next. And that one's going to download. So I need to run each of these in turn. I agree to the terms, install. So I do some pausing in between the installations to speed things up for you. That one's done. It's asking me to restart, but I'll restart at the end. I'll do repair for that one, so that's been installed before, so repair will just overwrite with the latest version. Remember, these compilers are all used by PHP, and that's why we're installing them. And lastly, okay, that one's not come down properly. It's still not come down properly. I had this problem before. Right, and probably restarting between all of them would have helped, so I'm just going to do a restart. Right, now we're ready to download the builds that we want for PHP. So this time we need to go to windows.php.net. And we need to choose the versions we want. So we go to downloads. And let's see which versions we want to use. Well, if I start WAMP server, and get a chance to boot up. There we are. Now if I left click PHP, you can see we've got versions 5.6 and 7.1. And it's not happy with that one. So let's have 7.17. Let's download that again. So I want the thread safe version 64-bit. Thread safe 64-bit there. And I'll have the latest version of 7, which is 7021, 64-bit thread safe. There. And I also like to keep an eye on one of the latest builds, so I'll go for QA releases. and I'll take release candidate for 7.1 there. So we need to get these in a usable form, which means we need to unzip them. So let's go right click. Now you can use the built-in Windows unzipper. I actually use something called pzip. And you see I've tried to do one here before. Okay, so once you've got those, then I just cut and paste them into my XAMPP directory, WAMP directory, which is WAMP bin PHP, and then drop them in there. Okay, now which one wasn't working? .17, yeah, I thought so. So we'll delete that. Now, I would rename the directories because it will use the name of the folder to distinguish them without the PHP at the beginning. So let's do them all at once. Just to show you how you can do something different. Now what we need to do is we need to have a copy of the WAMP server conf file in each one. So we'll go to something that already has one, and we'll go copy. I'm using the version 7 version because I'm putting it back into version 7s. So I want paste copy in there. Paste a copy in there. Paste copy in there. And the next thing I need to do is to go to on the files, and then I need the development PHP ini, that one. And I need to save it as that PHP for Apache.ini. I'll go to the next one. Find the development file again. File, save as, all files. We could use the production setup, but it seems more sensible to use development setup when you're in development environment. But if you're trying to emulate exactly what your system is, you could even go in and edit this. So that is the php.ini that will be used. So to make that work, we need to exit WAMP server. Restart services won't work. We need to exit it. So right click, exit. And then restart. So only when doing this, it will pick up the registrations of the other versions of PHP. So you can see it's gone green already. So if I left click, PHP versions, you see they're all there now. And that's how you have multiple versions of PHP to test.